Hello and welcome back to Rivertown in City Skylines 2. Today we are doing something that I feel like will be very important for how the city looks like, and is basically connecting, making things feel more connected, especially on this area here at the middle. We do have some wood industry in here that we even, forestry industry I should say, that we even expanded last episode that will stay there. But this area around it and connecting to the other side feels quite far away, and I don't feel like the city looks and works well connected the way it is at the moment. So what I think we are missing in here is, first and foremost, a bridge around here connecting those two sides, because we do have a bridge over here, we have another one over there, and on this area we have a lot more, which is how it should be, especially that this area is very dense, and then we have this area with more density over here, more density over here, and I do feel like we are missing an opportunity in here. Now, I'll work on this. I'll probably make a key all around, at least on this bottom side. I will expand some of the farming in here. I think that will make sense. I might do this on this right side, but then leave something slightly different on the left. I'll take a look how that, what we need and what we can do over there as well. And one thing that I've been noticing is these high pop-ups, or high number of pop-ups saying not enough customers. And we do have more than enough people in the city, especially if we look at the number of jobs. So I'm a little bit concerned that we may have too much commercial and not enough things like industrial or office. Our industrial is growing quite well over here. We basically have everyone employed. It's usually just one or another spot opening. Basically when people like lose the job, move away and things like that. But we still have a couple of positions. But I do feel that I'll come in here, look at places like those two buildings over here and replacing them with some offices instead. Because I think with the offices that will give us more jobs, especially high density, and reduce the amount of places where people can actually buy. So yeah, that's my idea in there. We may even change this to mixed zoning. That might work as well, but I'll take a look at that. But without any further ado, let's work on this. There is quite a few things to do. We will be doing a lot of detailing around the waterfront and some more building, especially on the industry. I'll expand that a little bit more, and I'll be right back.
Just to ruin your mood and clip your wings, I would buy you a diamond ring if you made me feel like you were queen and I were king. God only knows that I'm better off being without you. God only knows that I'm trying to do what I want to. Sometimes you're a fire, sometimes you're a ghost. Sometimes you can give me all the things that I love the most. Sometimes you're a queen, sometimes you're a curse, and sometimes a whole lot worse. Yeah, nobody's quite like you. Oh, nobody's quite like you. Got me hanging by a thread of hope, like you let me go. Leave me hot or leave me cold. It's a shame I have to pay the price. Didn't realize that you look away and roll the dice. God only knows that I'm better off being without you. Yeah. God only knows that I'm trying to do what I want to. Sometimes you're a fire, sometimes you're a ghost. Sometimes you can give me all the things that I love the most. Sometimes you're a queen.
Okay, I think we got it. And was a little bit hard to get all these connected, but I think it worked really nice. There's some other things that we'll have to take a look on the next episode, and I'll walk you through that. But for now, I think we've got what we wanted in here. So first and foremost, we now have our key going through all these waterfront. And with that, we have our industry expanded in here as well. The city has now a massive industry. So this is all industry. This is all industry. This actually, all this area, well, if we want to consider specialized industry, all this area over here is industry. So that's huge, huge, huge. Really good. That helps with reducing stuff and increasing the profit and all of that. Last time we looked the profit for the taxation on offs and we had 18 million. Now we have 25. So yeah, that's going up because they're making more profit as well. And if you look at this, you see that we increased from 71% from the last episode to 78% right now. So really, really good. Now, we can improve that still. There is a lot of things that we can do. But before I get into all of that, let me walk you through this. So this is done. This connection was here. I've changed how we move or we get the cables around. So they're going into an area where we don't have buildings. I've expanded all this, created this new connection in here, which is working really nice for some traffic on this side of things, and this pedestrian bridge, which, as you can see, is quite busy because we do have a underground subway station in here. Look at this, how nice this is. I love to see all these people walking around. But if you look at the key, you see that we have people walking through here everywhere. The more we go, the more we see people, although like not as over here, but again, in this area we have more people walking and so on and so on, and until we get over here. All right, this is done. Over here, I've added a few more commercial buildings in there. We have actually good demand for low density commercial, but for the medium density, we get these icons popping up straight away. So I kept these to low density, add some post offices across the city as well. Here I removed the medium density and I've added these mixed zoning in here, but we don't have demand for that yet. So this is one of the things that we will fix. Now, while doing all of this, I've also, can't forget, we expanded the industrial in here, the specialized industry, and put some cotton in here as well. So now we have some positive production in the cotton material. So yeah, that's all good. Now the one that we have a little bit of deficit now on wood and coal and rock. So that's okay, it's just slightly, and I think we can fix that if we want later and add a little bit more. I feel like this area is much better connected, not to mention this as well. And I think we have more options to cross, which is something that I was trying to do for quite a long time. Now, moving to this side, expanded the industry here a little bit further and got some, we now need people. Our population is declining, is one of the things that we want to do. But I'll also add this industrial waste processing site, and this is basically the biggest garbage collection or processing building in the game. In theory, this is focused on production for industrial zone, but as we have as large industrial as we do have, I think this has been a very good option and I think that adds to our city and helps us with garbage collection. Now I've also added this extra one. This pollutes a little bit more. This is the incineration plant, but because we are pretty far, we don't have so many garbage trucks going out there. It's okay. Some buildings will still send garbage to this area, and from time to time we will send some vehicles out to pick up the garbage, especially from this area over here, and this helps with not moving trucks from other regions as well. If you look at this, number of garbage trucks around is pretty good now. Almost all building is green. We do have one or another, but we are balancing things out already, and they should get their garbage collected in no time, which is fantastic. Oh, also added the small high school over here. If you haven't seen that yet, this is how it looks like, and the small elementary school over here, which looks quite nice and fits with the area, low density, and this helps us out over here. What else have we done? We have done some, well, there's some detailing, trees, and some traffic management that I did in a few spots, but I've also added this central bank. Reason why I added central bank, this was the last building. I don't even know if it had any effect on the city, but it gives us minus 2% in low interest, minus 5% in import costs, and plus 5% in export costs or profits. And my idea of this is that I'll increase profit from our industry and offices, and then these numbers will be even better. So, if I feel like I have to show you the mail collection as well. More mail collection here. In here, the post office. There's another post office in here. I haven't added one over here, but I've added one, I believe, over here as well. Another one over there. And yeah, I think those are the main ones. And look at this. I'm feeling like we should have one here just to help us out in this area. And oh, another thing that I've added, one special building, the Health Research Institute. So this will help us out with more entertainment from the parks and less disease infection risk, hopefully helping having those health waves that we've been seeing. And I think this made an impact already, and I quite like that. Now, all of this is in, everything is working really well. I can see some buildings leveling up, but our population is declining, and doesn't seem like it's going to change very soon, which is interesting because this is the number of people moving, although we've started to see a little bit of an incline in there, so maybe this will turn around. Population decline, this is not a big issue because this has been kind of stable in terms of people moving away and the death rate, so not exactly what's happening in terms of jobs. Or unemployment is very, very low. For 300,000, we have less than 600 people unemployed in the city. That is fantastic. And if you look historically, look at this. This was the update going all the way to 25,000, and then we built our industry, and now is just so good. I'm really happy with how we are in terms of unemployment at the moment. But that means that we need more people, because more and more we'll see things like employees 12 of 14, 6 of 7, lack of labor, 14 out of 16. So we start seeing this all across, but we do have space in buildings as well. So as you can see, we have 93 households out of 144. And if you look in here, we have unoccupied buildings, and this is reducing the amount of people moving in. Now, things that we could do about this, One of them is waiting. The other things that I can do will be on our next episode, because I want to see what I can actively do to manage this and to change these trains a little bit faster if we feel like we need to do that. But for today, that is all that we have. I think we connected this area. I think we put our industry where we want to be. We have our residential that has a lot more capacity for more people to move in and to help our industry thrive even more. And that's what we'll do on our next episode. For today, let me know in the comments what you think. If you want to connect, that is our Discord server in the description cell. You're more than welcome to join us. You can send me messages over there, over here. I'm more than happy to answer you. And for today, it's all that I have. So I'll see you next time. Bye bye.